Hey folks, welcome back to Only Best Fantasy Novels. My name is Robin, and today I want to talk about The Privilege of the Sword by Ellen Kushner. And this is the standalone sequel to Sword Point, which takes place all in the Tremontaine universe. And this book is even more fun than Swords Point was. Like, Ellen Kushner really hit it out of the park with these books, and more people really need to jump on them. So anyway, what is this book about? So this one takes place quite a number of years after the events of Swords Point, and we follow a brand new character, Catherine. After years of lawsuits have driven her family to the point of destitution, her uncle, who is the Mad Duke Tremontaine, invites her to the city, and Catherine is immediately caught up in these childhood dreams of being the season's catch and living this elite socialist socialite lifestyle kind of dream that she's always wanted. But the Mad Duke Tremontaine has much more interesting plans for her, and when she accepts his offer without reading the fine print, she's going to get much more than she bargained for. So this book just takes everything that I love about Swords Point and just takes it in an even more fun direction, in an even more engaging, in an even more engrossing direction. Like, I really love this book. I really loved what Ellen Kushner did with this one. It just built so wonderfully on top of everything that was on this world that was established with Swords Point. If you're a reader who isn't reading all the short stories and so associated with this world, you're just reading the three standalone books. So this book just has everything. It just has the interesting character dynamics, the interesting characters themselves, the drama, the intrigue, the backstabbing, the social commentary. Like the mere title itself, The Privilege of the Sword. Like, being able to wield a sword is a privilege in this particular scenario that we follow with this particular character, Catherine. Because of course, as a woman in this pseudo-feudal society, a woman using the sword is especially in this particular world where swordsmen are from the lower class essentially. So like it's just like I said, it takes a story and just pushes it in a very fun, very entertaining direction, and it just gets better and better from there. So we follow events primarily from Catherine's POV as she arrives in the city. She just quickly gets embroiled in the Duke's crazy scheme, and she realizes she realizes she's essentially a frog dropped into a boiling pot at this point. Like, over the course of this novel, we literally see the way that she begins to change, and of course it's a change that she struggled with initially because she had her own dreams, but then she started to become this much more unique individual, compliments of the Duke's vision for how she should, for what he wants her to do. So her character arc, just in that respect, was so fun and so entertaining to read. But then we have Catherine herself. She's a young woman. She's going through adolescence. She's got her own dreams, and she very much tries to achieve those dreams. When it comes to the adolescence part, that's important because she is discovering herself in a very true sense of the word in this book, and we get an up close and very personal look at that. We get to see her struggle with the with the awkwardness and the questioning and the experimentation and all of these things that comes with all of that. So there are parts of this book that were just fun to read. There are parts that were just amusing. There are parts that were just heartwarming and wholesome when it comes to Catherine. Like, I just really enjoyed this book when it comes to all of that. And it's all because of Ellen Kushner's brilliant writing, because her writing is what carries all of this. These books are very much like Swords Point. These books are very much quote-unquote fantasy of manners. They're very drama-driven stories. They're very character-focused stories. The plot is almost a side note to it. And speaking of the plot, like, this book very much has a sequence of events that you could call a plot. If you're a plot-driven reader, you would very much find some element of that in here. But the real story here is just the character relationships, the character dynamics, the politics, the drama, the intrigue, the relationships, and what happens here. But of course, it's not just that. Like, the plot itself, there's like three different things going on here. We have Catherine going through the dealing with the Duke. We have a mystery that she becomes embroiled in, and third to that, we have a conflict that she unwittingly steps into following one of her dreams, and it just rapidly escalates so far beyond anything that she expected. So like, just from her regard alone, this book was already fun to read. And then we have the Mad Luke Tremontaine himself, the other principal character in the story, who is very much a character we saw initially in Source Point, but it's been a number of years. That character, through amusing twist of fate, has come into this position where the Luke Tremontaine is the most powerful aristocrat in the city, and this guy is a Byronic figure. Like, he's basically a heathen in this society of in this very aristocratic pseudo British pseudo cultured society. Like, he's decadent, he's irreverent, he's scandalous. He doesn't understand the concept of social conformity effectively, or if he does understand it, it's in a way that it's a guidepost for him in what not to do. Like, his actions will always be to the exact opposite of what social conformity dictates. That's the kind of figure we're dealing with here, and we just follow over the course of this novel. We just see him just steep himself deeper and deeper in ennui and decadence, but it's not without a reason. It's not decadence for decadence's sake. It's all driven by the type of person he was, who he was, the experiences he's had in life, and the things that life has cost him, and the way it's driven him to all of this. So he is a complicated character, even as he works sometimes, even as he just works wonderfully with Catherine in this story. Their dynamic is one of the most fun things about this book, just because of the back and forth of their relationship. So, and it's just really wonderfully done. I already touched on the story. Like, I can't emphasize this enough. The interactions, the drama, the intrigue and the suspense, and just the development from where these characters started and how they progress over the course of these books. Like, that is the heart and soul of this book, of both of these books so far, and I am 100% here for it, especially with this one. Like, I was so ridiculously engrossed, I can't describe it. Like, and these books, because they're so human focused, like, they have everything. They have romance, they have revenge, jealousy, greed, lust, envy, you name it. Almost every negative human emotion is on display here in some form or the other. Pride and these kind of things. Like, it's all here. It's all here, as well as the good stuff. Like, on one page you'll read a description of something that's just sheer lust, and another you'll see a moment of true love and these kind of things. Like, it's all here. It's all baked into the story in some form or the other. And like I said, it's all carried by Ellen Kushner's writing. Like, just spectacular characterization. Just the intricate skill in which he depicts these things. Just the tension and just these horrible twists of fate that these characters go through. Like, it's just, like, these characters go through some serious stuff. She does not spare them in any way, shape, or form. And, like, it just wreaks emotional turmoil on you, because this book, the whole point of this book is to draw you into these characters, to suck you in, and just twist you up inside. And that's exactly what happens with the way these books are written and read. All of that being said, I did very much do the audio for these, because I was told that the audio is the way to go for these, and I highly recommend it as well. It's a full cast drama, almost. It's almost like listening to a play, and they just wonderfully carry the story. They just amplify the enjoyment of it. So yeah, there's all of that. It's just a spectacular book. Easily one of the best books I've read this year. It's a series, like as I said with Source Point, like, this series has been on my TBR for years, and I regret not getting to them sooner. Like, Ellen Kushner does more in these short novels to twist and play and entertain you in so many different ways than most authors can pull off in a 700-800 page book. Like, these books are not to be missed in no way, shape, or form. Do not sleep on them. Do not sleep on them whatsoever. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the privilege of the sword. You might, if you made it this far into the video, you can probably tell I enjoyed it a little bit. Yeah, so like I said, if you made it this far into the video, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.